Hey y'all, drunken rant about Osomatsu time. Hope you're ready. Sorry if the camera ever gets lowered. Naughty bits involved. Uh, I'm writing another fucking fanfic. I know I said a lot of things about Osomatsu-san, but like it's such a fucking parent trap of things. Okay. So what I like about the new people is that they like did the thing with the personalities, and I like that. I don't much care for the color matsu concept, which people have dubbed it with the purple and the blue, but like I like the personalities. Like I don't like them like faming, not faming, fate, whatever, faming I think it is actually, depression or whatever. Because these are obviously this is a story with characters made by people who don't know some of these things that actually happen to people. Like that's clear, and I've said that before. But feigning, not faming, feigning, faux even. But I can't. I love my sons. I don't give a shit what anybody says. I love my sons. And when you release an idea out to the public, it becomes the public's. No matter how much you don't like it, no matter how much you don't like criticism, fuck you. You've made this decision to make this the public's business. And I love my sons. I went out of my way to watch Osomatsu-kun 1 from 1966 and 2 from 1988. And then I don't remember if I watched Osomatsu-san first. Um, my personality type says that I watch those two first and then I watch San. But I don't even fucking remember, to be honest with you. But like, I just, I love my sons, and like, this dude our grandfather wanted so much more for our children. Like, damn, why do they make them grow up to be fucking neats and incel neats at that? Like, for those of you who don't know, I had to learn this too. Most people probably know this by now, but neat means not in education, employment, or training. Um, and it's like, damn. And people in Japan are like, damn, they had good grades and they still grow to be neats. And it's like, uh, based on what we saw in that movie, they probably didn't have good grades based on Choromatsu, but like, who knows? Like, of course, there's six each individual of them, and we should not characterize all six tuplets based on one, even though that's what the show does by naming it Osomatsu-san. They made him the fucking worst and most unlikable fucking character. But anyway, I mean, like, I feel like they did a Sailor Moon thing where they made them different and everyone has a favorite. That's like, when I think about like all the 90s anime that I saw, like this definitely has a whole lot of 90s influence, like having them have a color and having them have such like staunchly different personalities. That's some Sailor Moon shit for real. And then like the cherry on top of that is like the that game that's super boring. The war, it has wars in the name and it starts with I'm sorry, I'm drunk. But even if I was sober I wouldn't remember it because it's like a long word. But like they have them dressed up as magical girls. And it's like, and I think that's cute too. I actually really like that game, like just based on the character designs, but like the actual mechanics of the game is super boring and dry and there's nothing to it. And there's no music. There's music, but you know what I'm saying? Like, you're not getting a Sonic soundtrack out of these motherfuckers, is what I'm saying. You Well, no, since Sonic Boom, I guess I should take that back. He should not be named, right? But you won't get a regular premium uh main storyline Sonic soundtrack out of it, is what I mean to say. Um but I it's like it's like, okay, I'm gonna admit it, I'm excited for season 3, but I'm also terrified of season 3 because of how problematic season 2 was. It's like they're all problematic, but it's like it escalated in season 2, and like a lot of you saw it. Ain't nobody around here dumb. I know a lot of you saw it, even though you like to fetishize and fantasize. I know you saw how problematic this anime is and how problematic season 2 is. And I it's like I want to say they take one step forward and two steps back, but it's like they have the characters progress in one way and like become so fucking devolved in another way. And I know, like, human beings, they aren't perfect, but it's like anime. Like, Isn't this where our fantasies are supposed to be? Like, why do we have to apply like realistic shit to some fantasy shit and be like, oh well, shit's not like this all the time? And it's like, it's anime. We can make it whatever we want. Like, they could have made this whatever they wanted, but they made these people shitty. Like, it's anime is not a justification. It's fantasy is not a justification. Like, it's a thing that someone created where we can have anything we want, and it can be as out there or as realistic as the person who made it wants it to be, or as we take and we want it to be with our fan versions and all that. Like, stop justifying shit being shitty or like depressing or whatever just because it's anime or fantasy or whatever media related. But anyway, so yeah, like, I don't know. I want to see my sons do well. I'm gonna say it. I don't give a shit who doesn't like it. I want to see my sons do well. I want to see my sons from 1966 and 1988 do well. That's what I want. And I don't feel like the studio is gonna deliver because they are so like invested in like these characters being shitty people who you actually shouldn't like. Real talk. You wouldn't be making fan art of these people if you had to deal with them in real life or if they were real, right? Like all the fat shaming and like it's like, okay, let's be real. They judge women based on their body types, but they don't have anything to offer. You don't like people like that in real life. Why do you like them? Because it's fantasy. Somebody made it. And it doesn't affect you in like a real world way, even though you know some shitty person can totally do that. Like, come on. And something that, oh yeah, so I'm about to call people out. Especially with like this mafia stuff that's going on. This is in general. It's not just Osomatsu and like the different Osomatsu universes that have come from fans, of course, and also have come from this game. So like the game like canonized a lot of things that fans pretty much do on their own, but like because they canonize it, they get to control the narrative and the design and the style and the culture of it with this game. And I'm for one, I've never really been down with that. Like, let people have their, we are the fans, we are the one who push the merch. Let people have their fucking, let people have their fantasies, let people have their designs and stuff, you know what I mean? But at the same time, having it canonized is like an acknowledgement. So I see it both ways, and it's not like everybody has to agree with the shit. But anyway, back to what I was saying. Um, so being mafia, like that's not like if you, okay, so if you view the mafia different than you view gangs, you're racist, straight up, because gangs are usually so, like, especially if you're in the United States, because gangs are associated with being black and mafia is associated with being Italian, which is like translated to white. Shut up. And vampires are classism. We all know that. Yeah, I sound like a professor now, don't I? Drunk professor. Um, and Japan has universal basic income. For those of you who don't know, for those of you who are wondering where they keep getting this money to gamble and stuff from, Japan has like a few other actual first world countries and not shitty countries like America. Japan has universal basic income. Now I don't know exactly how much the thing is, but I'm sure it's like a, maybe it's a Google search or maybe it changes with the economy or whatever. But they have money, which is how at the end of season one Totomatsu was able to move out, how they have money to gamble, how they asked to borrow money and not just asked to be given money. How their parents keep the lights on with 6 adults still living under their roof. Yeah. Universal income is a thing in Japan. So if you're one of these Trump supporters who like Osomatsu-san, turn that shit off now because that's closer to the idea of socialism that you hate, bro. Anyway, so yeah, I guess that's all I wanted to say. These are, if these characters were real, they'd be shitty people and you wouldn't like them and you wouldn't fantasize or fetishize them. Stop fetishizing violence, whether it be the mafia or gangs or Yakuza, which is not the mafia or a gang. It is its own specific cultural thing. And Japan, every country has its faults, but like universal basic income and universal health care, Japan got that. Which is why, like, realistically speaking, they don't have a lot of problems. Like, they can just go get that fixed. Unlike America, which is actually the shithole country. So, take care of yourselves and each other's. Uh, fuck Nazis, defund the police. Black Lives Matter. Take care of yourselves and each other. See you later. Bye.